then 3 things. 1, I will be getting a new mic soon. This isn't permanent, just something to work with, but I wanted to get some content out for you guys. 2, I also have another channel called Prime Pat where I create content for story-based game RPGs. So if you're into that, I'll link it down below. And then 3, Jim Harbaugh's the GOAT, and I'm fucking very excited. Hope you guys are as well. So let's jump in. Now, it has been said that Jim Harbaugh by his brother is the best because he is a team builder. So that's what we're going to be going with today. We got Chris Dell, who we are going to assassinate and replace with Jim Harbaugh, the legend. Physique, dude, he's 6'3". He's pretty skinny, you know, but I love him. No hate, but he's out there watching his weight. I can respect it. And then I think that's pretty realistic. Let's go Cincinnati, and then let's do Miami. Both solid playbooks, and Cincinnati is definitely like top 5. All right, boys, let's talk about it. So we got J Herb, best quarterback in the league. Don't at me. Maybe Joe Burr or Pat Mahomes. They're good too. Not hating. We got Austin Eckler. I like Austin Eckler. He's been really good for us. I think now. And by the way, I'm just using the preseason roster. I'm not using any custom roster. So we're just starting from the preseason, and then we'll sim ahead. If you want to skip to that part, I'll link the timestamp down below to where the rebuild actually starts. But if you're interested, I'm going to cover some of this real quick. Keenan Allen, dog. We'll probably end up keeping him unless we really have to get off him for salary cap space. Corey Linsley, I'm going to cut him because in real life he had a heart issue, ended up retiring, was a great player. Nothing but respect for Corey Linsley. JC Jackson is on this roster. Then before that was a shit show. We traded him back to the Patriots for like a 3rd round pick. Paid him like $100 million. So that was great. We'll trade him in real life. Probably not going to the Patriots again, but we'll kind of determine where he goes. And then Quentin Johnston, I think if we can get another good young receiver in there with him, Adunze, Malik Neighbors, possibly Brock Bowers, we'll kind of see where the pick lands. If we can trade up, we'll definitely do that. But all these guys are going to, Jordan Palmer, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams are all going to be on their last year of their contract. So it's going to be pretty rough. They're already getting paid. I think Mike Williams is making like $30 million a year. And then that's not including Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. And I'd also like to move off Kendricks. He's been decent. I mean, once you get past that 30-year mark, I'm pretty sure he's at that 31. He's really going to start regressing in the game. And then in real life, I don't think his stats really weren't that great. I'm a big fan of the Minnesota Vikings as well, so he played really well for them. Nothing but respect for Kendricks. Khalil Mack, absolute dog. I think he had his career high in sacks. Was 25, something crazy like that. He's a beast. I think we'll have to move off him. Like I said, he's going to just start regressing. So the cap space isn't looking good. What we're going to go ahead and do is simulate to the end of the year. We'll see who ends up in the Super Bowl, and then we'll start the rebuild from that point. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, boys, we just imported the draft class, kind of showing what it looks like. We got Caleb, Drake May, MHJ, Jaden Daniels, Brock Bowers, Fashanu, Burst. I don't think he'll go this high. He'll definitely, he could go top 10. I mean, he's like, his talent is insane. Like super quick, super big, super strong. It's more so, can he put that together to kind of have a plan when he's rushing, rather than kind of just bulldozing everybody, which is still a beast. Clayton McKinstry, dog as well. I think the biggest thing for him is going to be seeing what he runs in his 40. If he ends up getting like low 4s, I think he will. I don't know if he'll go top 10, but he could. For sure in the first round. It's just I don't know if it'll be in the middle round, or kind of just depends on how the draft goes. Joe Alt, probably top 10. I think really good left tackle. Same thing with Fashanu. You could, I mean, either one of those guys you could change out. Both are 6'8", 6'6", both over 310 pounds. Yeah, Malik Neighbors. Where is Adunze? Yeah, I don't. He's gonna go top. I mean, these 3 are gonna really go in the top 10. Who do we have running backs? Yeah, Blake Corum, Ricky Irving, Will Shipley. Okay, did at 85 overall. Not terrible. 4 and 13. 4 and 13 though. So Not great. Let's take a look. Jay Harbaugh had a great year. 4,300 passing yards. How did Austin Eckler do? 1,000-yard season. Really good. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Yeah, I mean, as everybody knows, our defense is really the issue. Irwin, Sante Samuels. So, I mean, not pretty bad, honestly. Just pretty bad. On paper, if you look at the Chargers, you're like, yeah, this team should be amazing, right? I think when they fired their GM, I don't know if it was because of the cap space and how they were paying players, but I thought he did a really good job putting a really good team together. It was just the coaching that, at the end of the day, that couldn't put it together. No surprise here. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, bunch of dogs. Jay Harbaugh was up there as well, so pretty realistic as far as that goes. I'm sure we had the worst defense in the league, and that was the case anyways. So let's see. Yeah, number 28 in pass yards per game on defense. Rush was against the rush of 23, so worst in the league in defense points per game. Passing though on offense, we were number 3. So we have a good quarterback, is what that's telling me. Realistically, what I think the Chargers would do is just cut Khalil Mack, take the I think it's 12 to 15 million in cap penalty, but you at least free up 20 million in cap space. So let's see, yeah, negative 64 million in cap room, so we can't re-sign anybody. What I'm gonna try to do, we need to cut Lindsley, and we're going to trade JC Jackson. Okay, so here's the deal. We end up with the 2nd overall pick. In real life, we have the 5th. I think we could make a trade for the Patriots, but I think the best situation that we could put ourselves in is simulate the rest of the season, renegotiate the contracts, maybe we'll see what the overall is for these players, but we can definitely get Marvin Harrison Jr. with that 2nd pick, which is perfect. We give another threat. I would like to get Brock Bowers, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay, for the draft class, I like to go very strong. I think it makes it actually more realistic because you can actually get, usually the highest person in the class comes in at like an 83 typically, and then if you get someone really crazy, they'll be an 85, which you have some people like Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Jefferson, where those guys are automatically 90s their first year. So I think it is much more realistic. Number 1, Brock Bowers, Joe Alt, William McKinstry, Caleb Williams, Dallas Turner. So Marvin Harrison's fallen all the way to the 7th, which for us is great. We'll be able to get Marvin Harrison Jr. without having to trade up. So that's perfect. I think this is too good to pass up. We get 2 first-round picks. We get a 6th. Hopefully Marvin Harrison Jr. will still be on the board at then. He was projected to only go to 7. So Seahawks, I doubt will take him. And we get a pick next year, which is going to be even better. Okay, he is. So who else is on there? Yeah, that's perfect. Deion Sanders, probably the 2nd best tight end in the draft besides. Ooh. I can't believe he fell to the 2nd round. I think this is a steal, boys. I think if Rome Odunze in real life fell to this spot, the Chargers would without a doubt take this pick. So that's what we're going with. We just picked up Marvin Harrison Jr. and Rome Odunze, which is insane. Now, we probably really need, if there's some good tackles or some defensive players, that's what we really need. This might be a reach. I'm not sure what his dev trait will be. If his press is decent, I think we'll be fine. He fits our scheme. We need a cornerback. This guy's 6'2", 4'4", pretty decent stats, great acceleration. They say good. Dude runs the 4th best fastest dude in the draft as a corner. I like this guy as well. He's just a little slower, especially for someone in the slot. I just don't think that would work. I think if you have a 6'2" corner with decent speed, and if we can develop him, he'll be really good. So I think we move is to pick up another corner. Someone that's really good man-to-man. Josh Newton. I like this Jerry. I really like Josh Newton out of all these guys. This guy, Jarius Monroe. Kind of show his stats. He's 6'2", 205. Really good, solid speed. High kind of 4.4s. This guy's the play rec. He's not bad. I think we could probably get away with that and get another 6'2 corner. And then Storm Duck, this guy was terrible, but that is a badass name. And Mike Sainra still, really good intangibles, right? Fast, acceleration, agility. That catching is a DNA. That always comes back to bite you in the ass later in the playoffs, but I'm gonna go for it. We need fast corners. In the league, you need fast corners. You get burned otherwise. There's too many good receivers where you got to be able to keep up. Honestly, not bad. We already have 2 receivers that we just drafted. I think it's more important to try to take the best players we can for our defense. I'm conflicted here. We can get Asa Turner. Pretty decent all around. Nothing crazy stands out, right? Pretty decent stats. Tackles, zone coverage, man. Play recognition's a D though. Kind of on the downside. I think this guy, he's at 5'8", it's just kind of tough to choose that when we could take a 6'3" free safety, or guy Brian Addison, 6'5", decent speed, kind of same thing, right? Decent all around, and then he's got decent stats as well. Play recognition's A to C, so I think we just take a risk on him. Kind of sucks these guys. I don't know who made this draft, but kind of sucks we're not getting good depth traits, but it does fill gaps in our defense that we definitely need, and if we can develop these players, it'll really help us out. The center, I like this guy, Sincere Hainsworth. Lead block A, run block, stamina, run block. So we're not sure what his pass block necessarily looks like. It's kind of the thing. Has great strength, which is really good, or we really don't have too many options. We got Jacob likes. I don't know what he likes. Not bad also. Nah, boys, Will Jacob likes. I think it's a fine pick. Normal depth trait. We need a center. Seeing how we did. Marvis Harrison Jr., Roma Dunze, Mike Sanger still, Cam Hart, and then everybody else was kind of high 60s, which is unfortunate. To the best player in the draft was Brock Bowers, Marvin Harrison Jr. Then it kind of falls off. So not too upset about it. Most of these guys that are in the high 70s, it looks like first round. This guy's in the 5th, Jackson Powers Johnson, and we did need a center. As a 5th pick though, I think that would be, I think we just had more pressing needs. To the 2024 season, this is what we're looking like. We got Justin Herbert, quarterback, Isaiah Spiller, running back, and then we've got our 69 overall center. That I tried to pick something up in free agency. I just forgot that we're negative 54 million in cap space. So it's not gonna happen. We're gonna have to get through the end of the year, and then we can see where we're at. We're not gonna be able to make any big changes for this realistic rebuild. We got Mike Williams, Bart Harrison Jr. as the 3rd, and then Keenan Allen as the 2nd, which is great, and then Jordan Palmer. I think what I'm going to do is actually move Rome Adunze up, not ahead of Marcin Harrison Jr., but so that he can get some reps, and then Quentin Johnson above Jordan Palmer, because we are going to get off Jordan Palmer. Actually, how old is Jordan Palmer? He's 24. He's got a star dev trait, not terrible. And Quentin Johnson, I think, is 21, 22. So really, whoever comes out getting more experience, or at least has a higher overall outside of those 2 guys, I think we will end up keeping. Okay, here is the real problem. Clomac, Henley, Kendricks, Bosa, Derwin, JC Jackson still. Like I said, we would have traded him if we freaking could have. So that's what we're looking like. So it's looking pretty bad overall. But the good news is we'll get through this season. Next season we will be in really good shape. We can make some big adjustments in the trade market, and we'll have a lot of cap space. And I honestly, our defense is horrible. Our offense, for some reason, has a lower overall, but we do take that first W against the Raiders after they beat us, I think 70-0 in that last game of the season. We get a little bit of revenge, which is great for us. This is kind of a throwaway year. We might end up doing well. We'll see. It's kind of a tank year. We can get someone good in the draft. We'll kind of look at those prospects here in a moment, but we're going to go ahead and sim ahead. see what the rest of the year looks like, see what we end up as. We're in really good shape. We got 73 million cap space. We're gonna wonder if we can sign him to a 7-year deal. Yeah, I think that's a good move. He's young, it's worth it. Sante Samuel Jr., same thing, which is at 39 million. If I can get these guys on long-term contracts now, later down the road, it'll just be that much easier. Joshua Palmer is an 80 overall. He's 24 years old. I think we just throw him. Like, I think that's fine. I think realistically, they do give him a contract. I'd be surprised if they didn't. And I think we would eventually just let Keenan Allen go at the end of the year. Same thing with Mike Williams and Khalil Mack. I think we'll try to make some trades. Kendrick's probably gone. He's 32 years old, 83 overall. Sebastian Joseph Day. I think we can get these better players in the draft, right? I think we can. Same thing with Morgan Fox, 29 years old. So they're just getting older. He has kind of not. Donald Parham Jr. just hasn't been what we want him to be. Tall tight end. I think we were expecting a little more out of him. Kind of like a Kyle Pitts, but obviously, if Kyle Pitts can't even do what Kyle Pitts did in college, then it's probably not going to happen, which is kind of the worry for Brock Bowers also. Okay, so more bad news. Mike Williams is out 6 weeks with a hamstring tear after coming off the ACL. So I think the move now is to try to make some trades happen with the guys we do have on our last year deal and try to make a blockbuster trade. We're giving up Keenan Allen, Khalil Mack, JC Jackson for Jabril Peppers, a 1st-round pick, a 6th-round pick in this year's upcoming draft, and we gave them a 2026 2nd-round pick. So it probably would have been Mike Williams here instead of Keenan Allen if he wasn't hurt. But we need to get kind of basically we either let these guys go and don't get anything for them, right? And we just free up the cap space and try to rebuild, or I figured in real life they trade JC Jackson to the Patriots anyways. The most realistic option would be to trade to the Patriots. They need a good star wide receiver. Khalil Mack and Jared Mayo, I'm sure, would get along just fine, and in real life he's going to be much higher than 82 overall, so I think it makes the most sense. That frees us up a little bit in cap space also. We're going to stick with Derwin, and then I think we stick with Bosa as well. 6 and 11, first year with Jim Harbaugh is what it is. I mean, it's kind of what we expected. We had a lot of cap space, was kind of the main issue that everybody was concerned with anyways. Derwin James is down. I mean, the morale's down in general. So Isaiah Spiller, decent running back. I think we could probably get somebody better. Mike Williams came back. We're gonna end up losing him, and hopefully we can develop. I think this core right here would be really good and then we'll see if we can get somebody in the draft as well. So nothing too good, honestly. We'll kind of check the stats here at the end of the season and see how Jay Herb ended up doing. A couple 100 yards short from last year, 3,900 in total, rushing 809, and then receiving. MHA was our top receiver, and then we know Mike Glenn was out for half the year. So defense, see if anything sticks out here. Bosa had 9.5. We'll end up keeping Bosa at least for the minute. And then Kendricks had 4. Sante Samuels, we re-signed him. And then Mike had 1. And then we signed Jabril Peppers with the Patriots trade. I don't know if we'll keep him long term. He is 28 years old. He's an 84. Maybe went up a couple points. We'll kind of see what that looks like. This next year is going to be the real kind of rebuild, I would say. We got the Cowboys and the Ravens as the 1 seed. And the Panthers turned it around, and the Falcons. Look at that. Seahawks really came through. Holy shit, they're in the 2nd seed. And then the Broncos. I wonder, they probably kept Russell Wilson in this world, but I doubt he's going to be there next year. And understandably so. They kind of screwed him over. So let's send him to the Super Bowl. See who ends up winning that. So we have a 7th, a 9th, and the 23rd pick, which is really, really good. We should be able to get some really good players. We also have 2 6s and 2 7s. So we might trade up. We'll see what we really need. Looking at the players, Jason Williams, this guy looks like a stud. A's across the board. So I'm sure he's going to go, yeah, projected top 5. Looks like a decent defensive draft, though, which is great. Jeez, 6'5", Darius Moy. Dude could be a stud. We'll kind of check in the mock drafts here in a little bit. Kind of see where everybody's projected to go and see if we want to trade up for someone potentially. And we will be off Mike Williams next year as well. We got to keep that in mind. So we got the Baltimore and the Panthers, which is just insane. Bryce Young said, no, I'm him. Let's go. And they end up losing by 3 in the Super Bowl. Damn, actually a good Super Bowl. Not realistic at all, but I think this is the year we get off Bosa. That frees up a ton of cap space for us, and we just need overall a lot of help. So let's see who needs a left outside backer. All right, boys, we're getting rid of Joey Bosa, Jabril Peppers, Jordan Palmer for a 2027 second round pick, a 2025 second round pick, which is this year's draft. We're getting a really good corner, Cole Kmet, and a decent left guard and their first round pick. So basically this fits their needs. They've got their quarterback, they've got some good wide receivers, Darnell Mooney, DJ Moore on their team still, and this fits some well-needed gaps for their defense that they're missing. I think their free safety was garbage, same thing, and they need a left outside backer. Joey Bosa is still 29. It's just the contract money, and they get another wide receiver, which is good for them. I think that's somewhat realistic. I don't know if they would have given up that first round pick as kind of my only thing, but try to keep it somewhat decent realistic. The next decision I'm debating is getting rid of Derwin James before he starts going down. So once they hit 30, they all go kind of, the overall starts to go down rapidly. This is actually something I could actually see happening in real life. Them getting Michael Pittman Jr. But if I'm getting rid of Derwin James, I'm expecting a first round pick in return. The best safety in the league, without a doubt, in my opinion. Something like this would be interesting. I love this. I just don't think that's very realistic. I doubt they'd give up DK Metcalf. I mean, well, in the game, I would normally just trade for DK Metcalf, but this is something I actually think could happen in real life. The Chargers trading for Michael Pittman Jr. They have the first pick. I don't know if we can get that, but we're going to try, obviously. All right, boys, we're trading Derwin James, Isaiah Spiller, Quentin Johnson, a third-round pick, a first-round pick this year, our 7th for a first-round pick, and Michael Pittman Jr. So that pick, we have a 9th, a 23rd, and another pick still. And then that gives the first-round pick. And I can still, if I don't like anybody on the draft or whatever the mock drafts project, we could potentially just trade that pick, get some more picks for the next year. So it's not the end of the world. And realistically, we were planning on making a trade with, supposedly, there's going to be a trade with the Colts to get Michael Pittman Jr. from what the reports are saying. Don't know how true that is, but all right, cool. So we got Tommy Townsend and Jake Elliott. We needed a punter and a kicker, so that works well for us. Still, we don't have enough to pay any of the skill position guys, so we're going to head to the draft. And we'll check out the final mock drafts to kind of see who we're projected to draft. Troy Wharton. And then Levi Thomas. Who else? Steven Flanagan. Mike Franklin. So what I'm going to do is go through here, kind of highlight the best prospects. Either way, looks like that left end is going to go number 1. And then once we get into the draft, we'll come back, but that way I can kind of look through and see the potential offers we could get for trading this pick. Just nothing good. A bunch of next year picks, 2026, 2027. The best one was probably this 20th pick. I'm not going to take that. So I guess we could get the 10th pick, but the talent this first guy has, this left end, I think is just too good. 3 elites, everything else is great. Yeah, and we need a left end. I just think that makes sense. 86 speed, 90 strength. That's insane. So we could go with that cornerback. I think this Jonathan Choice guy is just as good. His press is worse, but this guy's 6'3". This Randy, we need a left tackle. This Randy Whitmore guy, look at this dude. This dude's an animal. I think that's a great pickup. Little slower, but that other left tackle was also good. I kind of favored him just in case that if Whitmore fell, and Jonathan Choice is available. So For the running backs, there's a couple different options we can go with. There's this Levi Thomas. He's 5'10". Pretty good all around, right? Stiff arm B, trucking B, juke moves a little low. Everything else is kind of down. So the next best dude, this guy's okay too. He's 6 foot. That's why I really liked him. I think we're gonna get this guy in the second round, hopefully. If he doesn't get picked up, we'll kind of see what happens. But this guy looks pretty glitchy. Elite speed, elite agility, A juke move, B break tackle, B carrying, B stiff arm. He probably has decent trucking as well. He's 5'9". That's the only downside though. But I think Johnny Boston, we're gonna bring home to LA. So this Jonathan Choice guy, I think, is my next pick potentially. Or we could get Terry Thompson, LaDainian Tomlinson's son. Fastest running back in the draft, great acceleration, elite change of direction. B break tackle, C stiff arm, D trucking. Probably has decent spin move since he has C juke. And he can catch. He's a receiving back. I think he's 5'10", 5'11", 197. And I think for the sake of the history of the Chargers, we bring LaDainian Tomlinson's son back to the Chargers. Recap. First overall pick, Troy Wharton, 81 overall. J.D. Patterson, 81. Randy Hawthorne, 78. Gerard Bernard, we got him in the 4th round, 77 overall. And then Chris Owens, he was our second round pick, 76. Really good corners. We got a right tackle, 74. And then these guys were pretty much similar. There's a receiving back and a power back. I think that'll be a good duo though, because we have no running backs and they both have a lot of good potential. And then our worst pick was Travante Scruggs, which he looks so good. I don't know how that happens, but overall, not terrible. It's really just the 6th and the 7th round picks that we really kind of fell short on. I knew this guy was going to be good. I should have picked him up. That one hurts because I knew this guy was going to be good. It's looking okay. It ain't looking great. We'll put it that way. We move some of the O-line around. Jenkins, Patterson, Slater, and then we have a better... Oh, maybe we don't. I thought we did. But it looks a lot better than what it did. We got Cole Kmet as the tight end, which is great. We got Pittman, Harrison Jr., and Adunze, Tomlinson, and Bird, and Herbert. So offense is actually looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. A lot of progression is going to need to be made. Our defense is really where we are struggling. Next cornerback, which was our struggle before, we are pretty stacked. Actually gonna move him up. And I'd like to get off him, but I think we're gonna stuck for now. I think Owens will be really good, and Denard is also really good. Wharton, ugly motherfucker, but he about to tear it up, and then we're struggling everywhere else. We don't have a second middle backer. We might have to change to a 4-3 or a 3-4, sorry. And then at safety's not good. Yeah, we're just really struggling there. Tully will develop really well, and hopefully Addison will as well. This is our 6'5" free safety that we drafted in that first draft, and then I moved Woods over to strong safety. So it's not looking great. We really gotta, in this next draft, figure out something where we can get some good D-line and some backers. Our top 2 cornerbacks are already superstar depth. They'll develop really quickly, but we're gonna get killed on defense. We'd have to outscore everybody, and we have the offense to do it. We have the weapons now. Cole Kmet will really help. He's a good blocker as well. And then we have Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Pittman Jr. So, and Rome Odunze as in the slot is pretty lethal, and our O-line's a lot better than what it was. We lose to the Jaguars 28-21. Our boy Troy Wharton is already getting an upgrade. Let's fucking go. That's what we love to see. 82 overall. Looks better there, but that profile picture, man, was fucking bad. Yeah, he's gonna be really good. It's just the rest of our defense. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I don't know if we'll do some mid-season trades or not. I really want to keep it as realistic as possible. Right now, depending on how we do, we should get a good first pick. I don't know if we'll be able to make it very far. 85 offense, 73 defense. So yeah, Getting rid of all of our defensive players really just kind of hindered us. Playing against the Eagles, it's gonna be kind of rough. I mean, they're just such a good team, especially during the season when they have it together. So we'll see. We'll get a W versus the Eagles, 24-21. Love to see that. We got Saquon next game. We should win. It's just our defense, and the Giants do have a really good defense. Nice, according to plan, baby. 2500 XP. That's gonna be big. Mid-season, it's exactly what we expected. We are who we thought we were. You know what I'm saying? 4-4, tough division. We got Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Andy Reid. It's gonna be tough, man. You know, it's gonna be tough. But we got an 87 offense, still a 75 defense. So it's not defense is not going well, boys. All right, let's take a look. So we got 98 Justin Herbert. Tomlinson's doing good. He was hurt a little bit, I think, for a couple games, and then yeah, obviously our wide receiver is doing really well. O-line. This is the only weak point right now. Everybody else is doing pretty well. Our cornerbacks are solid, honestly. He's a superstar dev. He's superstar dev. Like everywhere else, though, we have trouble. So that's gonna be a focus on the offseason. I'm not gonna make any trades right now. I mainly because I want a decent pick. But we're gonna sim. If we can beat. We got to buy after this, so if we can beat the Broncos, that'd be good. They're killing everybody. I don't know what kind of steroids. I lied. We won. So I don't know how we're winning games to keep it a stack with you boys, but we are. Morale boost kind of might have been helpful there, but we'll take the long-term XP over the short-term morale boost. Tail of the tape is the LA Chargers versus Kansas City Chiefs. Something that no wildcard team wants to see, playing against the Kansas City Chiefs in their first game versus Patrick Mahomes. But I am very confident in Justin Herbert, and I think our offense is much better than the Chiefs. Say what you want, it's more so our defense is lacking. Let's jump in. We'll kind of sim through. If it gets close, we'll hop in. Come on, baby, let's go. We're up by 7. So we like to see. Butker's out there kicking field goals and shit. Dude, what the hell is happening? No way. Come on. Oh my god. All right, boys, here we go. 37 seconds left. Down by 4. We need a touchdown. We're on the 50. Come on. That a boy. Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's go. Come on. Herbert steps back. He rolls out of the pocket. He's gonna take it off. He takes it off. This would be huge if we can knock the Kansas City Chiefs out. Come on. Don't be scared to take it off, J-Herb. Let's go. Go deep. Come on. Get rid of it. Don't run. Dude, come on. Herbert rolls back. What the fuck was that, man? Well, boys, another Jacksonville Jaguars curse. Justin Herbert, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. Trying to take a look at some of the stats. 43 yards, 44. God damn, Justin Herbert is running that thing. Drive Kels, 100 yards for Marvin Harrison Jr. doing his damn thing, man. And our defense just kind of, he threw, oh, and they got a pick. Nice. Unfortunately, I mean, we were up, I think what was it, 27-3 at halftime. Unfortunate, man. Now, it's not how we wanted to end the season, but overall, second year, we go to the playoffs and knock the Kansas City Chiefs out. I think that's a W. Number 1 in pass yards per game. I mean, just insane. Rush yards was very low. Not great, but is what it is. Kind of see the final stats in it with 4,600, really good. Tomlinson 784, Bird at 257, 2 receivers with 1,000 yards, and Adunze almost at 800. Commended really well. Based on who got MVP, Lamar just heard came in second. So in the Super Bowl, like I said, no surprise. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Washington Commanders, which would never happen in a million years, but in Madden, there are some things that do happen. Kansas City's gonna win, obviously, and it could have been us. Could have been us. We wouldn't have had another playoff choke. Here is what we are looking at in the mock draft. With the 19th pick, projected to grab Jamar Moreland. But he's looking like pretty decent overall. It's probably realistic. We're gonna take whoever the best defensive player is besides the corner, unless he's just insane. All right, boys, let's look at the draft recap here. Did not go that well. Our best pick was in the 4th round, a right outside backer, which we did need. Free safety, a D tackle, middle backer, and a D tackle. So we did get some at least pretty good picks. Could taking this guy. That really wasn't my main priority. Was a good strong safety draft. Holy shit. We did get the best right outside backer. So we'll count that as a W. This episode ain't ending until we get a Super Bowl though. We got Justin Herbert 99. Let's go, baby. Pittman, Harrison, Dunze, and our O-line is looking juicy. I mean, these guys are stacked. They're all early 20s except Slater. This is kind of the weak link here that we need to replace. Defense. We upgrade our free safety in the draft, upgrade our middle backer, and our right end. We also have another D tackle, so we are sitting pretty. Cornerbacks are excellent. 89. He could be a little bit better, and Donardo is on the come up. But our first 2 overall guys are really good, and Tooley's coming up, so we are looking pretty damn good. At the mid-season point, 3-5. Offense is 89. Defense just holding us back, man. Number 12, offensive passing. Offensive rush is last in the league. Yikes. Defensive pass yards per game is excellent. It's really just we can't defend the rush, and we also can't run the ball. So we might be making some changes there. We'll see. I know our running back situation, I expected Tomlinson to do a lot better. Right now, Justin Herbert's about 500 yards short of what he was last year. He's on pace for a 700-yard season. I mean, we're spreading the ball around, which is good. Everybody's doing really well. Even Komet's getting some. And then, let's see, sack-wise, Wharton's in the lead. And only 3 picks. So, nothing too extravagant, really. We really are going to have to go on a win streak here at the end of the season and pull it together. So, we'll sim to the end, and we'll see how this ends up. Some bad news. Marvin Harrison Jr. in the last game of the season, when we were destroying the Jets 42-10, got injured, and he's out for 3 weeks. We finished the season 11-6, 91 offense, 84 defense, 87 overall, top of the division. We're killing it. Trying to show everybody the stats so far. Justin Herbert went apeshit, 5,100 yards, 943. Overall, really good. He had a 1,500-yard season, and we're killing it. Defense, I'm not sure how everybody ended up. Let's see. Wharton was going fucking crazy. Chris Bullock, our rookie of the year, let's hope so, was doing well. Chris Owens came in with 4 interceptions. Holy shit. So overall, guys, pretty good season. I think we're kind of be in a tough spot with Marvin Harrison Jr. be going down, especially in this playoff game. We got the dreaded Jacksonville Jaguars. We're hoping that we don't relive what happened in the last playoff series. So we'll jump in, sim forward. If it gets close, we'll hop in. All right, come on. 10-7, boys. There we go. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah. Fucking go. What the hell just happened? You're fucking lying. What the hell just happened? Bro, the game was literally over. We take a knee. How the fuck did we take a knee on 3rd and 7? He misses the field goal. He throws a 35-yard touchdown. We lose the game. This is why people think the NFL's rigged. All right, well, we shouldn't have lost that. That was some BS. There's no way in hell we don't get. I can't even speak. I'm just in such disbelief. Alright, we gotta win this next year. Alright, looking at it now. Bills versus Washington. Who gives a damn? Let's see who Jacksonville ended up losing to. The Bills. Dude, we should not have lost that. We would have won against the Colts, who we beat twice this season. Oh, by the way, we pretty much had the hardest schedule. Just mention that real quick. I'm kind of upset. God, this is some bullshit. How do we lose that? We're up 20-3, 21-3. Anyways, all right, let's move forward. And then the Bills win, which should be the Chargers, but whatever. Make sure we have our staff. No one quit after that horrendous playoff appearance. Back-to-back, man, getting knocked out the first round. Pick his 5th-year option. He's a 93 now. Dude's a dog. I'm gonna throw something his way. He's a gritty player. I like him. Tyreek Hill was open, so we offered him. He went to Carolina. We also offered Van Ness. I was really hoping we could get him. I think he had good interest too. He went to the Rams. We had a better deal for him than them, so I don't know what happened. We did not end up signing anyone. A little rough. But since we're trying to do this as realistic as possible, I'm not going to just sign somebody and then trade them for like a 2nd pick. Let's see how we're looking so far. All right, we're trading Rashawn Slater, a 3rd round pick next year, Jalen Petrie, 1st round pick, the 11th spot, by the way, keep in mind, and then a 2028 7th round pick. So we'll take that. We'll see if we can pick up maybe another right guard in the draft. I don't think that'll be too crazy, or we'll trade for one. But that was really the only position we could really even like aim for. Michael Pittman's on his last year. We do need him. He's 29 years old though, so let's just see what the offers are. We ended up trading Pittman Jr. and a 2nd overall pick in the 2029 draft for a 7th, a 2nd, a 3rd, 5th, and a 4th. And Hugh Lewis, he's 23 years old, 83, superstar X Factor. And they already have another good left outside backer, and they desperately need a wide receiver. So this just makes sense. And even though it kind of sucks because we kind of needed him, we're going to have to do really well this draft, or it's going to be GG's, boys. I'm glad we took that running back when we did. I was looking at him, I was like, this dude is a stud. 86 overall. Did get a strong safety that's pretty decent, 81. That D tackle was a 76, which is still solid. I think he'll start, honestly. And then we got a decent right tackle, which we needed. George Smiley. And that's a dope-ass name as well. We really didn't do too bad until the 7th round. Let's see how everybody else kind of compared here. An 87. Brian Sheldon. Yeah, that was that one cornerback we were looking at. And if I could have got him, I would have, boys. I would. And this is what we're looking like. J Herb. We upgrade the running back position. We got Daniel Sears, 87 overall already. He's a monster. Harrison Jr. is really going to be trying to pretty much carry us. I might trade for another wide receiver, or at least go into free agency and sign another one, because the next best is Roman Dunze at 83. Our O-line is not nearly as good as it was before, but I think it'll be okay. Defense-wise, a lot better. 81, 78, 77. Backers still need a lot of help. I mean, we've been trying to hit on middle backers, it just hasn't hit. We did get filled our left outside backer position. Quinn Lewis. We got Petrie as a strong safety, which is a huge upgrade, and then cornerbacks are still good. I'm not too worried about our cornerbacks. So that's what we're looking like, boys. Headed into this season, feeling good. Pretty decent kick returner. Love to see it. And I hopefully Daniel Sears will go insane. Good receiving back still with Tomlinson. I think we got the pieces. I do. It's gonna be tough, but nothing worth having is easy. All right, so let's jump in and I'll see you in the playoffs. Okay. So we are back in the wild card, baby. Going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you remember back in the day when we had LaDainian Thompson, Antonio Gates, Phillip Rivers, the #1 offense and the #1 defense, we went against the Pittsburgh Steelers and ended up losing off of an incredible interception by Troy Polamalu. So this is very reminiscent of that. Now, overall, we did pretty good, much better than last year. We're 12-5, 88 overall. Steelers are 87 overall. It's going to be a good matchup. Kind of check out some of the stats. Really hurt us. Justin Herbert only had 4,200 yards passing. But this dude is insane. Almost 2,000 yards rushing. Rome Odunze went off 91 overall. Or I think he's an 88 now, which is really good. Randy Hawthorne is probably our best lineman, and he gave up 14 sacks. Like, granted, he played I don't know, this guy played 1,100 and only gave up 5. So I don't know what the situation is there, if we need to move him or what is. Asante Samuels Jr., 6 interceptions. Jalen Johnson, 4. We did have some really good, our defense is doing really well. Sacks, our new D tackle, 8.5. Then, of course, our legendary left end. So we're playing really well. I'm worried about this. We've had some pretty bad luck in the wild card. Let's jump in, and hopefully we don't get screwed this time. Come on, baby. Damn, defense. There we go. We're on the board. Come on. We gotta play close attention this time. They could come back. There we go. Let's go. Hell yes. We finally make it out of the wild card. Versus Kenny Pickett and TJ Watt. I don't know who hopefully we don't go against Kansas City next. But I'm guessing that's probably who it is. Looks like we're going against the Raiders. They are 12-5 as well. Josh Jacobs going crazy. Holy shit. So they had the #1 offense and their defense. Oh my. Well, we actually had the #1 defense. I don't know if we just didn't have anybody to throw to, but our offensive passage yards per game is terrible for some reason. Doesn't make sense, but Jalen Petrie gets an upgrade. 87 overall. Excellent. We got good morale boost. And we got some good momentum heading into this game. All right, boys, let's get it going. Come on now. Good start. 3 points. Jake Elliott doing his thing. We go down and get a tutty. Okay. All right, I'll tie it up in the third. All right, they're ahead. 13K. Come on. All right, boys. 23-20. I think they have the ball. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got the ball. Let's go. We got to get a touchdown here. 3rd and 9. We hand it off. Oh! Daniel Sears, baby. Our Adrian Peterson-like running back clutches it up for us. A minute left in the 4th quarter. We're up by 10. Pretty much impossible to lose now, right? They got Daniel Jones as their quarterback. God, how are they having that good? Only allowed 69 yards rushing. That's Josh Jacobs, boy. What's he got? You gotta throw that thing down the field, man. They're out of timeouts. 300 total yards is nuts. In a playoff game. Okay, he's going back. Getting pressured. Oh, let's go. Who was that? I think that was Thornton. We got 2 linebackers butt hugging. He's going across. He scrambles out. He tries to deep. He gets sacked. Quinn Lewis, the newly acquired left outside backer, comes in clutch for us in the 4th quarter. He's getting ready to launch that thing, and that'll do it, boys. We're headed to the AFC Championship. Probably versus the Chiefs. Everybody in the AFC is chasing the Chiefs. 13-4. Give me play recognition for sure. Now let's do it. Let's get us that color rush. No. Yes, sir. Let's go. We're going to be dripped out playing in Kansas City. They got the fireworks going. Beautiful weather this time of year, I guess, in Kansas City. Quick 7 for us. They answer back. Come on. Nice. 21-7. Hold this lead. Come on. Getting a little scared, boys. 21-10. Oh my god. Come on. There we go. There we go. And that's going to do it. Let's go. We are headed to the Super Bowl. Since the first time since the San Diego Chargers went against Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, or Steve Young, I can't remember, and got absolutely destroyed. It was like 49-6 or something. Jim Harbaugh, in his first 4 years, we have 3 playoff appearances and 1 Super Bowl appearance. Tough matchup here. 91 overall defense. 13-4, 12-5. Let's jump in. We're going back to our lucky uniforms. Let's go. Here we go. Quick 10 for them. We got to score. Come on. There we go. 3. Get a tutty. Get a tutty. Holy shit. Come on. There we go. We're all tied up in the 4th. All right. 13-10. 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter to win the Super Bowl. We got the ball. Play action. Just Herbert. Oh, beauty. Who was that to? One of our tight ends. One of our tight ends' name is Donald. He's a 75 overall, but he's a 96 kick returner and punt returner. He's our kick returner and punt returner. He's like 6'7". We give it to our fullback for some reason, and he's cooking them. That was their last time out. If we get a touchdown here, that seals it. There we go. Get him outside. Come on. That a boy. Boys, we've done it. We have brought the Los Angeles Chargers their first Super Bowl. Unless there's just one I don't know about. I'm pretty sure this is their first one. That was a tough rebuild challenge, I'm not gonna lie. Daniel Sears, our legendary running back, to put us through. That was a clutch draft pick. There he is. There it is. Jake Elliott, yeah. We'll look at the final stats here in a second. Alright, boys, looking at some of the highlights here. 150 yards. Passing, 206 for Mr. Purdy. 90 yards rushing. Christian McCaffrey had 43. Marvin Harrison was doing his thing, man. George Kittle had 41. He's probably older now, though. Oh, they even have Malik Neighbors. God, that'd be insane. Defense, any noticeable? Any interceptions? No interceptions. What about sacks? Troy Warren at 2.5 and Quincy Lewis at 2. Oh yeah, we were getting after it. Nick Bosa only had 1. Yeah, this is our... Oh, he's a wide receiver. This dude's 6'6". He's a monster. All right, boys. We're going to run it back another year. We're going to finish out Jim Harbaugh's 5-year contract. He'll definitely get an extension, as you can tell. 3 years in the playoffs. 1 Super Bowl victory. So far we're on 90 overall, 92 offense, 90 defense. Let's see what pick we ended up with, or what picks we do have. So we've got the 32nd pick, and we've got a lot of picks actually. So this should be a pretty good draft for us. So we're gonna make this one a little bit quicker. I'll do the draft recap. We'll sim through, kind of see where we end up. Hopefully end up back in the Super Bowl. Pretty underwhelming draft class, honestly. I didn't see, we had the 32nd pick anyway, so it wasn't anything really, I mean, crazy, but we did get another good wide receiver, which we needed. In the 2nd round, Trevin Haywood, Bo Theory, that was a cool name, 76 overall. two pretty good cornerbacks and a free safety. And then again, these left tackles didn't look too bad. This is the guy we got in the first round is not even that good. And then yeah, our 6 and 7s. So overall, got an underwhelming draft class, but that's not the point. I mean, we're already pretty stacked as is. So we go ahead and get to the beginning of the season, get to the preseason, and then we'll sim to the Super Bowl. And hopefully we are in that. Yeah, take a quick look at the lineup. 99 J Herb, still going strong. 96 Sears, Harrison Jr., Dunze, Haywood. Not terrible, but Haywood's going to come in and instantly start for us, which is great as our third. And then our line, basically Cooper's our weak link here. That'll be fine for now. Command's doing really well, as also 86 overall. And then defense, right end and middle backer is our weakness. Everywhere else is pretty solid. I think we should be in a good place to do pretty well. And then here is our 6'6", 94 kick returner and punt returner, which is insane. So overall, we're looking pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and sim to the playoffs, see where we end up, and then we'll come back. Oh boy. All right, fellas. Doesn't make sense. Nobody knows why. We did not make the playoffs. Madden doesn't make sense. We have a 95 offense, 92 defense, 92 overall, and we went 8-9. So who the hell knows what's going on? It's been a long fought 5 years. I think we did decently well with Jim Harbaugh as our new head coach. Hopefully we can get a couple more Super Bowls in real life. That'd be great. But if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up. Really helps me grow the channel. Also, let me know what you guys want to see next, what team you want me to rebuild, or if you want me to also continue with this new LA Chargers team, because next year we are running into some serious cap problems. I don't know if we're going to be able to pay Marvin Harrison Jr. So if you want to see this moving forward, let me know. The next video will probably, I want to do an all Hall of Fame, everything goes, no salary cap, just a fun draft. Or if you want to see the realistic drafts, either way works. We're gonna make all the content out here. I might introduce some 2K content as well. So if you're looking forward to that, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one.